Welcome to Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show, brought to you by the great folks at COMC, Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. We've got somebody new on the show every week, somebody pretty important in the community. And this week it's Nicol O'Sullivan from the O'Sullivan Bruce Group, part of RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks. How's Nicol today?
I'm good.
Man, you're
Can't complain.
Sporting that hat and everything, man, looking good.
I had a bad hair day, so I had to throw it on.
So I know in this show, nobody will be looking at me. They'll all be looking over at you.
Oh, that's not true.
So now you grew up in Kansas City, but you also grew up at the lake. How does that happen?
Well, my dad was a developer down here, so he was here, all the time. So in the summer, obviously I went to school in Lee Summit, and then in the summer we were down here all summer long. I mean, we just packed our bags up and we're here. So, and I kind of grew up on the water. Like, we did not go anywhere by car. We went everywhere by boat. So, yeah, I know the lake pretty well.
It's such a cool place where you can do that.
Yeah.
You can drive up, park the car, and not get to it until you leave to go back home, right? Yeah.
Well, and that was when, I don't know if you remember, but Ozark Barbecue used to have a little grocery store there, and we lived right by it. So, I mean, if we needed anything, we'd just take the Wave Runner over there and get milk and eggs and...
I get all these wonderful stories of this used to be here and there, and I'm like, oh man, I missed that. Yeah, that's cool.
It was fun. It was cool.
And you went to Mizzou, right? You're a Tiger,
yeah.
But you didn't really know what you wanted to do when you were in college.
Right. I just got, a marketing degree because I mean, it's the typical thing to do. You got to pick something, but I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. And then towards the end, I was like, Dad, I don't know what to do. It's like, but I don't want to be too far away from the lake. And since he's in development, he was like, well, just get your real estate license. So I did. I got it actually while I was still in school, and then started with a company down here and never looked back. Love it.
That worked out pretty
I know,
good for
it did.
Okay, back to Mizzou. I mean, I'm kind of stuck on this. You were a cheerleader thing, right? So are you a sports fan? You like sports?
I am. I love sports. And there's just nothing cooler than being on the field during a football game.
Okay, so you were a football cheerleader?
Yeah, football and basketball.
Wow.
So and that's when we went 11-0 was my first freshman year. And they took down the goalpost and everything and walked it to Harpo. So my freshman year was the coolest experience.
You were living a dream.
I know, it was very cool.
Wow, that is greatness. So football and basketball, what's it like to cheer in front? I don't know, how much does the stadium hold there? It's
gosh, I don't even know.
50, 60,000 or so. That's got to be a pretty cool feeling.
Yeah, it is. It was very cool. In fact, I only cheered for 2 years. And then I couldn't bring myself to go to a game because it was just going to be too weird to be. And I went to one and I had to leave because it just did not feel the same, not being able to be on the field.
Right. Yeah, that's a bit of a big
difference
there.
I was a little sad.
So you mentioned your dad was a developer.
Yep.
What did you learn about real estate from your dad?
I mean, I feel like everything. Because that's something that's cool. I mean, a lot of realtors and stuff, they don't really know the construction process. That's so different than, just walking into a house and selling it. So it really helped, knowing a little bit about construction. It was just helped me be a little bit more knowledgeable and kind of set myself apart. So.
Yeah, and there's just a little bit of new construction going on.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, at the Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah, more like everywhere you look.
Yeah, wow.
And huge construction.
In the last 2-3 years, things have just exploded real estate around here, and you've been right in the middle of that.
Yep.
There's no way you could have known that was coming.
No, I wish I did, though.
What would you have done differently?
Oh my gosh, I would have bought everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, just even a condo, if you would have bought a condo 2 years ago and just sat on it, not done anything, you could have sold it for $100,000 more today.
Oh yeah, it's incredible.
It's just,
yeah.
So.
Okay, so you and your partner, Jessica, are the names on the company. It's the O'Sullivan Bruce Group, which is kind of like Batman and Robin or something. I mean, those names just fit together so well. So you got Nicol Sullivan, and then you got Jessica Bruce. How did you guys find each other?
So it actually just all kind of happened. When I first started with the real estate company down here, I didn't really know what I was doing, and Jess kind of took me under her wing and kind of showed me around. And then we started getting really busy to where, I'd give her some of my leads and she'd kind of help me out. And so one day it kind of got confusing, was that your lead or my lead? Was that my client? I can't remember. So she just walked into my office one day and was like, hey, do you want to start a team? We're like, yeah, sure. So we did and never looked back.
Isn't it funny how something that huge
Yeah.
starts that
I
innocently?
know. And we got so lucky. I mean, partnerships are really, really hard, and we get along really well. So.
And real estate is one of those things. I mean, there's a lot of legalities involved that you
yeah.
have to watch your P's and
Yes,
Q's.
yeah.
There's a lot of money involved.
Yeah.
Sometimes people's whole life savings. So
Right.
there's a lot of stress
Yes.
in that job.
Yes.
I'm guessing it's really, really helpful to have a partner that you like and get along with, that you can
And
talk.
trust. Yeah. It's a lot. We got very, very lucky.
That is
It's kind
so
of like
cool.
a fluke deal, but.
we got to meet Jess. She did a spotlight show a while back, and just what a wonderful lady she is.
Oh, yeah,
too.
she is. She's
That's
just a
cool.
genuinely good person.
Okay, so we're talking with Nicol O'Sullivan, part of the O'Sullivan Bruce Group, part of Remax Lake of the Ozarks. So we'll continue to find out more about Nicol when we come back here on the Community Spotlight Show. At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Laurie opening in spring of 2022. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission. If it's happening at the lake, it's happening on Lake TV. From the polar plunge to festivals, parades, aquapalooza, and boat shows, Lake TV has it all. Even the granddaddy of them all, the shootouts. If you're looking for places to party, things to do, or even a new home to move into, you've gotta love Lake TV. What is COMC? A health center where everyone has access to high-quality, affordable medical, dental, and behavioral health care, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Offering primary care, preventative, chronic, pediatrics, and OBGYN. COMC even offers comprehensive dental and same-day emergency care. A health center that focuses on every aspect of your health. Everything your family needs to stay healthy. At COMC, your health is our mission. Welcome back to Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show, brought to you by the great folks at COMC, Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. We're talking a little bit of real estate here, but we're getting to know Nicol O'Sullivan from the O'Sullivan Bruce Group, part of Remax Lake of the Ozarks. You guys are huge. You were telling us earlier, in recent years you sold, what was it, 80 million?
Yeah, 80 million was last year's number.
Wow.
So, yeah.
There's some big numbers
Yes.
there. And you guys are elite. I mean, you know, there's a lot of real estate people, but there's not a lot of really good real estate people, and you're in that group. And your group, the O'Sullivan Bruce Group, you have something special going on over there.
We do.
What is the dynamic? What makes that happen?
So, you know, a lot of real estate teams, it's like everyone is in competition with each other, you know, on the team.
Yeah.
And we do not work like that whatsoever. You know, everyone is very team oriented. You know, we cheer everyone on, we help everyone out. So we always say, you know, when you get one of us, when you hire one of us, you get the whole force behind you.
Right.
So, which is just really nice. I mean, eight's way better than one.
Yeah,
So
they say two heads are better than one. 8
Yeah.
is better than one.
Yeah.
And again, back to this industry of real estate, it's good for the group too, because I mean, there's so many different variables and so much pressure.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good to have everybody relying on everybody.
Yes, yep, and it is. And we don't deal with any drama. Everyone is just very in high spirits, and
Yeah.
it's good. It's a good atmosphere.
I think you're probably one of the most notable people in town as far as just your face being everywhere. I mean, I see your face on billboards.
Yeah, I'm never going to get used to that.
I
It's
see
still
your
weird
face
to
on
me.
for sale signs and all that stuff. You do your own TV show, see on that, you know, all the time. So you've kind of become a star now around town.
I don't think that, but we try and always, you know, be a little bit innovative with our marketing and stuff. And I think the show on Lake TV kind of really gets us out there a lot. So.
It really does.
Yeah.
And you guys do a lot of different things. Yeah. I mean, you interview people and you talk about new restaurants coming in, and then you tell us what's going on in real estate, which is
that's our goal, is just to be as informative as possible, because a lot of people just don't know what's going on, so we just try and bring as much info as possible.
Yeah. So you say you spent summers here, and you lived on the water, right? You'd park and be on the boat. So do you still do that? Are you still able to do that?
Not as much, which I was just talking about that. It's just totally different when you come down here on vacation versus when you're living here and working.
Yeah.
You can't, I try to as much as I can, but, I still enjoy the lake. I still get to enjoy it. It's just not as often.
Yeah. It is a different dynamic.
It is.
When you have a place down here and you come down on vacation, it's like,
and you can just check out.
Yeah. And then you think, when I live there, it's going to be like that.
Right.
But it's not.
It's really not. Yeah. I know.
Because you still have to live your life.
Yeah.
And do your job
right.
and all that
you still
stuff.
have to work a little.
It's got to be cool, though. Does it bring back some memories? Like, you're out showing a house in some cove or something, and you think back, man, I was in this cove when I was like 16 or something like that.
And when growing up, because, my dad and everyone was just into real estate, we would just go up and down the coastline all the time. So I've actually had some of my agents text a picture like, does anyone know where this house is? One of my clients just saw it and loved it. And there's been several times where I'm like, yep, this is it. This is the address. Just from the picture, just because that's all we used to do, is just drive around and look at houses.
Well, and you're not that old, but things have changed so fast around here that even from when you were coming here, summers as a kid, to what it is now, it's really a different place.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I remember we used to be able to get up and ski, during the week in the main channel, and there's just absolutely,
Right.
that's not happening.
Yeah. Somebody was telling me back in the 70s, and they've got a place up by the 50-mile marker. They used to be able into a 16-foot boat, go from there all the way up to the dam and back.
Yeah.
Now you'd be swamped.
Yeah.
You'd be
You
sunk.
wouldn't make it.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So you guys, kind of your business motto is that you love the lake, right?
We do.
How does that affect what you do?
Well, obviously the people that are coming down here and we're helping find homes, we want them to share the same, quality too. And we want to keep, the lake. The lake is just a very, very special place.
It is.
So we kind of try to inform our clients too. This is how the lake is different.
Yep.
This is how you act. You wave to everyone. Everyone's nice.
Give them the old wave. Absolutely.
So.
And then being real estate here, it's different real estate everywhere. But here, if you have people moving that aren't lake people, they're going to rely on you as their real estate agent to kind of tell them how you take care of your dog,
right.
and how you take care of your seawall. They have all these crazy questions for you.
And Ameren, and a lot of people moving from cities, don't know anything about septics and stuff like that. Everything's just so, there's a lot of questions.
Oh man, and you've got to know all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty crazy. So now, do you just sell houses on the water, or do you sell houses off the water?
We sell everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere and anything.
Okay. So it's condos,
we like a challenge.
condos, houses, land, whatever. What's the greatest
Commercial,
challenge you've had? What's to sell?
Oh, that's a good question. It used to be the more higher priced properties were harder to sell, just because the buyer pool for $3-4 million is lower.
Right.
That's not the case anymore.
Yeah.
So I'd say the toughest one was a very, very custom home we sold couple years ago, because most people just want the plain Jane cookie cutter, and so the more customizations you make, it just makes it harder to sell. So but now it's kind of switched.
Yeah, absolutely. It's what a seller's market,
yes.
right? Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you do everything. You sell everywhere, not just on the water, and you represent buyers and sellers. Okay, and some people just have questions. Like how much is my property worth, or something like that. Do you help people out?
Oh, absolutely.
In that situation?
We actually provide free home valuations. So if you even have a thought of getting ready to sell, we'll come out there and just so you can see kind of what you'd be able to get out of there. Usually people are going to make a move or do something else with it. So knowing what they can get out of it.
Right.
kind of dictates what their next move is. So.
Okay, down to the last few seconds. How do folks find the O'Sullivan Bruce Group?
You can call our office and get any of our awesome agents. Our number is 573-302-2340, and yeah, just give us a call.
Okay, there she is, Nicol Sullivan. Thanks, Nicol.
Yes,
Appreciate it very much.
thank you. I appreciate it.